Hey boos, in this video, I give commentary based on my opinion. Nothing is to be taken as factual. We are just here to have conversation. We don't expose and we don't sip tea on this channel. I'm giving you real talk straight, no chaser. Let's see if you can handle it.
Cause I'm a boss.
Oh, hell no.
I want to discuss a recent incident you publicly addressed.
Yeah.
On Instagram, the R&B singer Trey Songz. He was a guest here.
Ah.
He released a new music video for his song Pick Up the Phone, and you make a cameo appearance, as I understand it. But you say you never authorized him to use your likeness.
Yeah.
Okay. What were you doing there if you didn't want to be in the video?
Well, it was a party.
Oh,
it was a regular party. You know, I was in Miami for New Year's, a lot of friends there, people there. You know, so I just went to hang out, and then it turned into a video.
You didn't know it would be a video?
No, I didn't know.
Did you see cameras?
Yeah, when I started to see cameras, I was like, okay, they filming a video, ain't got nothing to do with me. You know, until they started asking me to be in it.
They did ask you to be in it?
Yeah, more than once.
And you said no?
Yeah, more than once.
Why did you say no?
Because I wasn't in the right mind. I had been drinking and eating, and it wasn't a professional environment. It was not a place where I'm like, I'm in the right mind to decide if this works with my brand, if I like the artist. I don't know nothing about the artist that it's also in the song.
Did you say no to the producer or to Trey?
I said first no to the producer, then said no to the assistant, and then said no to Trey, and then said it again after I, came out the closet.
What did you mean by sexual intimidation?
I mean, just that, sexual intimidation. I feel as a female, often I'm put in situations where sometimes males will use their masculinity, their sexuality to taunt you. You know, I hate to have to bring and say that and make it known, but I mean, look, I ain't the first person that's gone through. People have gone through this all the time. In college, in high school, but these aren't the things that I've experienced. So this was like kind of one of my first major experiences. You know, it would be like you going to a party where the biggest jock is there, and the whole time he's like, you can get screwed, you can get this, you can get that, and you ain't no little girl no more.
Have you heard from Trey since you posted it?
I haven't heard from him directly, no.
Who'd you hear from?
I heard from my manager,
And your manager said what?
The same thing that everybody always says, I didn't know.
So your manager had no knowledge of it?
No, not my manager, saying that, Trey said I didn't know.
Are you planning to take legal action?
Yes, I am. I mean, the video is down now. But I mean,
but
more so,
out,
it's out and it's over, but I feel more so my point isn't to say, it's not just specifically about this person, this guy, and what he did. It's the overall idea that you can't just do stuff to people and it's all right, no matter who you are.
Hi guys, it's Yanni and I'm back with another video. So in today's video, I'm going to be talking about Keke Palmer and how she was shamed for speaking her truth. And we have seen this. We have dealt with this. We, as in Black women, have constantly been bashed, belittled, and told that we are bringing the Black man down for simply speaking our truth. So this is a great example of that. We are seeing how Keke Palmer spoke out about an incident that took place with Trey Songz, and she was bashed for it. She was told that she was bugging, and her claims were simply dismissed, all because she was a Black woman. And so the reason why I wanted to talk about this today is because a lot of times we as Black women are intimidated by the collective of Black men for simply speaking up and being a victim to crimes, domestic abuse, emotional abuse, and other things that we as women face race like sexism, misogyny, and the list goes on. So in today's video, I'm going to be talking about this entire situation and giving you a full breakdown as to why Keke Palmer is being brought up with all the accusations that Trey Songz is facing, because now a lot of people are starting to see how there was a lot of truth in what Keke Palmer was stating back in 2017 when she went through all of this with Trey Songz, and the music video that she did not want to be a part of because she felt like it wasn't professional and it wasn't ideal for her brand. Let's go ahead and get into this video, and I'm going to start with when Keke Palmer originally made these claims and how she spoke out about it and how her claims were dismissed.
She's gonna want me to take a shot, right? They in a deep ass conversation. Just she over here selling me out. Take your shot.
What you want to do? You want to hold that? You want to hold that?
You guys, I'm honestly so upset and so livid that Trey Songz put me in his artist's video because I told him I didn't want to be in that goddamn video. Literally, I had so much fun New Year's, my trip to Miami. And then the last day, I went to his house because they was having a party. And I've known Trey since I was 12 and kept in touch with him consistently. But I've known him, he's seen me throughout my life. We were signed to the same label under the same production manager when I was a kid. So it's always been love whenever I seen him. I knew he was in Miami. He was doing a party. Cool, I'm going to come through. Me and my friends came through. It was a good time. They start playing a song that I happen to be in. They start saying like they want me to be in here. One person asks me. I say no. Another person asks me. I'm like, no. People keep asking me. Now, mind you, they've been giving food. They've been giving drinks. And I'm just starting to feel like, yo, I'm being like cornered. Like, and I'm not in a professional situation. Like, I came here for a party, but I'm being pressured to do business, and I'm not in the right mind. I'm under the influence, and I don't feel like it's fair that I'm having to deal with this right now. Really, I keep getting asked and asked and asked and asked and pressured and put in a situation like, you know, like how you would feel as a young girl. Feel like because I didn't go to high school and college, it was like my first experience of a dude being like, come on. Like, just do this, just do that. Like, that's the kind of feeling. Literally, I got so overwhelmed with what to do, didn't know what to do because my Uber wasn't gonna get there quick enough time. So I was like, what do I do in this meantime? I know the shit sounds comical as fuck, but y'all, I hid in the goddamn closet. I hid in the goddamn closet because I was so afraid. Like, I didn't know what to do. I really, really don't like conflict, and I didn't want to. Like, it was just too much. I started to feel overwhelmed. There was like a lot of people constantly saying something. Mind you, my homegirl was so drunk that when they came in, Trey and his assistant, whatever, they came in trying to find my ass. My homegirl pointed to the closet, saying something. She in the bathroom. They're like, she not in the bathroom. The bathroom door is open. Like, and she kept pointing to the closet because the closet, y'all, the fact that I fit in there was nuts. Literally, he starts laughing once he opens up the closet and sees I'm in there and sees how nervous I was. He was like, yo, you don't have to be in the video. He was like, Dad. He's like, yo, Keke, if you don't want to be in a pop-up video shoot and you want to say that, that's fine. And it's all good. Like, it's good, sis. Flash forward. I'm in the fucking video. How am I in the video? Then I'm thinking back, oh, I'm in the video because when I was getting pressured, they had set me down. He had set me down on the couch like, this is the idea I have, da-da-da. But I had no idea that they was filming. He's sitting here telling me that's what he's showing me, that they might. And I'm just like, I would never want to say nothing like this public. And I never would want to be like, yo, blah, 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 blah. But honestly, I would be doing a disservice, not only to myself, but to the people that support and follow me if I didn't be like, yo, call this shit out because this shit just not cool. Especially because I'm not the only person this type of stuff happens to. Maybe it's not happening to you with Trey Songz or whoever, but it's happening with you in some situation, you know? And I don't wish to call somebody out, but like, yo, that's not cool. And like for me to look and see the video and to feel that disrespect, like,
But then you're wrong. You're wrong for saying something. You're wrong for calling something out. Like, no, my thing is just respect me and we're all good. When I say no, let that be that and let's move forward. I just don't appreciate the sexism and the misogyny that is constantly encouraged and accepted. And when it happens and it's done, people want to settle it in private. But the reality is it's not settled in private. The women are disrespected publicly, and then we're supposed to be quiet and accept it. I just can't no more. I just feel like that was a situation that, people was trying to take advantage of me. And then to see that they think they're going to get away with it, no. And it sucks because you don't want that to happen with people that you admire, you love, and you support. You want them to protect you. You don't want them to try to take advantage of you. And I think that's why I feel mostly disappointed is because I want to be able to be like, yo, I support my brother and shit like that. But I can't when you don't support me. And what's even worse is when you see the females that feel as if, let it happen to you. Let it happen to you. The fact that even other females don't want to support each other in speaking up when they feel as if they've been taken advantage of or disrespected, that shit is gross. And I'm really not even saying the half of it.
Trey Songz was not happy about her claims, and at the time he went onto The Breakfast Club to address everything and to give his side of things. But one thing that I do want to point out about this entire situation, because in this interview he's claiming that, why didn't you just call me? Why not just call me? And in these tweets, he's saying, oh, she's bugging, like she has my number and all of these things. But if you're dealing with someone who is sexually intimidating you and you have repeatedly told them no, 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 and they keep asking you, they keep pressuring you, what are you supposed to do then?
You tell me, bro.
Was she?
We tried to figure that out up here.
We thought she was allegedly high or drunk to be.
That's what I said. I said she got high and went and hid in the closet.
I mean, I ain't snitching on nobody.
That sounds like high behavior.
Absolutely.
I mean, the thing about when you shooting a video, and I waited to have this conversation because I knew we'd talk about it, but ain't nobody put her on camera without accident. There's a sign on the door that there's a video being shot. You step on these premises, you will be recorded. Point blank, period. I don't have to say nothing else about nothing. Mm-hmm. But I will say that being that her and I have had a friendship, I've known her a long time. We got the same product manager. Mm-hmm. When she came to Atlantic Records, I was like on my second album or something. And it was always cool. Like, it was always love between. That's why I didn't want to speak out, or like she was doing her most to, like, defame me. I thought that was whack.
Right.
She called you gay at one point.
It is what it is.
When did she do that?
Talk how they talk.
I think she did.
When did she?
I said allegedly, so she don't sue me. But
no, the thing is, bro, like,
I ain't hear that one at all.
Where did she say that? I just have to know because I didn't hear that anywhere.
I think you might want to sit this one out, man.
Listen to me, bro.
You're at least 0 for 7 right
Listen
now.
to me. No, y'all need to let it. Keke is on. She got me on her Snapchat. I'm talking to girls. I'm smoking. I'm doing all type of stuff. I don't know if she shooting me on her Snap. Did I go on the internet and say, Keke, you got me on your Snapchat talking to girls? You got me on your Snapchat while I'm not looking?
She allegedly said Trey sucks. That's what she said. Allegedly.
Where did I never?
You just keep going. You just like.
Envy, I'm about to hit you about this shit.
You just keep going. Like,
don't make me hop across this motherfucking table on your ass. You done seen me on stage.
Say that.
Yeah, watch your mouth. Bring that shit up again.
By the way,
I'm Trey being gay again and see
I
what
just
happens.
want to say one thing, Envy. That was Orlando Brown.
Oh, my bad.
Who we all know is a little crazy.
Envy getting put out the interview.
Oh, wait a minute.
It was
This
not.
nigga got Orlando Brown mistaken for damn Keke Palmer.
Same difference.
You need some sleep,
Orlando
bro.
Brown who threatened Charlemagne.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Okay.
I ain't talking about that shit.
Yeah, what's he talking about? But she has since said that you guys spoke and made up and everything's
And that's
fine.
a lie too. I ain't talked to her.
Come on, Trey. No, man.
She said
y'all spun. Now that I heard.
See, the gag is.
So the gag is y'all haven't even spoken.
I ain't talking to Keke, y'all.
Keke, come on, Keke. Keke got to do better than that.
I ain't try to call Keke, none of that. I did not put her in the video without her permission either.
Okay, but you did take the video down because you were like, I don't want these issues.
I ain't do that either.
You didn't?
I ain't had nothing to do with nothing. Y'all do what y'all want to do. The label want to take it down. It's not my video. It's not a song that's on any album. It's not attached to. It's somebody else's song. It's a video that we shot in passing at a party. Like, I don't care that much to sneak Keke Palmer in the video for 2 seconds. Who the fuck does that?
Right.
I'm gonna sneak you in the video, Keke? No, I'm not. Fuck out of here.
All right.
Well, at least she's resolved the issue with herself.
With her.
This Breakfast Club interview was highly unprofessional on so many levels. But I'm going to point out the fact that Angela Yee, who is the woman on the show, she's the only woman on the show, she's supposed to be the voice for us. Yet she sits there and she makes a mockery out of the claims that Keke made. And that's the issue that I have with the Breakfast Club. They are very biased depending on the guest. And that is super unprofessional. I also want to highlight the fact that Trey Songz set up there very arrogant, and he didn't take any accountability, and maybe in the fact that Keke Palmer never saw the sign on the door. Maybe there could have been better communication when it came to his team. He never took any accountability. He was very, very arrogant. Another thing that I want to point out is the lyrics, because Keke Palmer was claiming that the lyrics, the song, she didn't know if it was a good idea for her brand and her image. So I'm going to read to you the lyrics. And it says, yeah, I do this shit often, stone cold like Austin, what this lifestyle costing, and these bees want to see me, swear this dripping ain't easy, now she's saying that she need me, palm her pee like Keke, like Keke, like Keke. Now, we all know Keke Palmer, and this does not fit her brand. This does not fit her image. So she had every right to decline being in this video or being a part of this project because it just did not go with her brand.
Did you and Trey Songz ever get cool again?
Man, I've not talked to that guy. I've not spoken to that guy.
Was it a misunderstanding?
Like, because you accused him of sexual intimidation last year.
It wasn't a misunderstanding.
She told her story of what
I tell my truth, and I just thought it was real interesting that after all those things went down, someone else had something to say. So it wasn't like I don't like when people think that somebody is just gonna be saying something just to say it. First of all, I love black people. I love my people. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna try to ever tear nobody down, try to tear no black man down. That's not who I am. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's not what I stand for. That's not what I'm about. So if I say something, I'm saying something for a reason. And I feel like so many times black women say stuff and nobody gives a shit. Excuse my language. Nobody gives a fuck when sometimes black women say something. But somebody of another complexion, somebody of another color, they say something. And then it's like, we're taking it to court. It's time to get serious. #MeToo. No, it's not cool. It's not cool because that's not how it should be. I'm tired of, I think people have such a perception of a black woman being so strong that we're just supposed to take anything thrown at us. And then when we don't, we're weak. Well, no, I'm supposed to get beat down by everybody that comes near me? No, I'll be that bee. I'll be that bitch. If that means I have to stand for me and I have to show other young women that you should not let people take advantage of you no matter who they are. I don't care if it was the goddamn president. I'd have still posted the shit.
Keke Palmer at the time was referring to a woman by the name of Andrea Vera who accused Trey Songz of domestic assault during All-Star Weekend back in 2018. This incident was very similar to the incident that Keke Palmer experienced. And so it's just interesting how when a black woman makes claims, it's thrown to the side and dismissed. But when a woman of a different race, white or racially ambiguous, makes a claim, it's taken more seriously and legal action is being encouraged.
R&B singer Trey Songz is accused of attacking a woman during the NBA All-Star Weekend here in Los Angeles.
Well, today she told her story. CBS 2's Lisa Siegel has her words as well as what the artist's attorney has to say.
I was crying, terrified, in shock.
For the first time, the woman accusing Tremaine Neverson, also known as Trey Songz, of beating her so badly she ended up with a concussion, is speaking out about what happened the morning of February 17th. Her name is Andrea Vera.
I was attending an after party when Trey began yelling at me, choking me, punching me, and ultimately he knocked me to the ground.
Her attorney, Lisa Bloom, says the two had been friends for years, and he seemed to become enraged when she began talking to one of his friends.
I had to go to the hospital because he hit me so hard that I had a concussion.
Vera says the next day she had dark bruises on her body, face, and neck. Last week, she got a restraining order against Songz.
Trey Songz, You picked on the wrong woman this time.
Bloom says Songz has a history of allegations dating back at least a decade of verbally and physically assaulting others.
The day that Trey Songz allegedly attacked Andrea, he was already on probation in Michigan.
Lisa Bloom is referring to an incident that took place in Detroit, Michigan, when Trey Songz was hosting a concert and he went over the time slot that he had under the city limits for his concert, and he reacted in violence towards a police officer that ended up turning into a domestic assault issue. And so following that, he had to complete 2 years of probation, and this included a drug screening, and also it included anger management classes. So when this took place, when this lawsuit took place, he was still under that 2-year probation with the state of Michigan. So it's very interesting how this lawsuit was dropped by Andrea, and the reason why she ended up dropping the lawsuit was because his legal team claimed that he had acted in self-defense. Keke Palmer is also referring to Selena Powell, a woman that spoke out against Trey Songz for kidnapping her and an 18-year-old girl. Selena Powell is known for exposing celebrity men, and she's known for sleeping with them, and so a lot of times her credibility is not really taking that serious because a lot of people question her integrity behind why she chooses to expose these men. But the interesting part about this entire situation is that Keke Palmer is very credible, but yet she was questioned for her integrity because of the fact that she's a black woman. But let's go ahead and take a look to see what Selena Powell had to say back in 2019 when she made these claims of Trey Songz kidnapping her and an 18-year-old girl.
Like in this section, and then Trey Songz was like in like the middle section, like where the VIP or like, you know, celebrities go. So we were with like, I don't know, we were with Sway Lee or someone. I don't know who we were with, but
he went on stage, and that's why we're by ourselves.
Yeah, and then like Trey Songz, like Selena was like, I have beef with this guy. Like I have beef with him. So if we get kicked out, sis, like I'm sorry, you could just sleep at my Airbnb. Like I'll Uber you home tomorrow. I'm like, bet, like whatever, you know. It's straight.
It was like 2 o'clock in the morning.
Also, I'm not 21. I'm 18. I'm about to be 19 years old in October. So I'm young as fuck. So for me getting into these clubs, like I really like I have connections to get in. So like I don't even need an ID to get in because I just like know the hookups. Like I just walk in. So Trey Songz is like, you, like, and we're like, fuck. And Selena's like, I'm so sorry. Like,
I was like, I'm so sorry today. I feel like we're getting kicked out. Like, I'm so sorry. And she was like, it's whatever. Like, I'm ready to go home anyway.
Bro. So
we
these
went
guys.
to him. We went to him. His security, like, pulled us through.
They're like, where's your phones?
Trey Songz was like, yo, give me your phones. And we're like, okay. And I gave him my phones, and then he asked her for her phone.
And I was like, okay. And then they put us in a fucking Sprinter bus and with like 10 other girls, like literally.
As soon as we saw all the girls were like, oh no,
like
we
what
don't
is going on here?
We like it was like and the security like slammed the door.
Like we could not leave at all. Like we were like, yo, like we're not trying to be here. Like we're trying to go home. They were like, no, like you guys are coming with us.
Yeah.
I was like, oh my god, what the fuck? So we get to a strip club, right? Mind you, again, I'm not 21. I'm 18. So I go up to Trey. I'm like, hey, I'm underage. I really can't get in.
Home.
Like I really can't get in. And we thought that like, you know, he's gonna give us our phones back, and like we could have like left. And he said, no, you're good with me. You're good with me. You're with Trey Songz.
He grabbed her hand, walked her into the club, and was like, y'all are gonna go sit the fuck down.
So, me and Selena, we were like, bro, like, we're trying to leave. It's like 6 or 7 in the morning. It was like 5 hours. It was so late already. And I was like, bro, I'm not trying to be here. So, I told Selena, I'm like, yo, go ask him for our phones so we could leave. She asked him, nothing.
Now, fast forward to 2020, where Trey Songz is facing a $10 million lawsuit for an alleged sexual assault incident that took place inside of a Miami nightclub. The incident took place January 1 of 2018. So this goes back to what Keke Palmer was saying in her Breakfast Club interview, how she was told that she was exaggerating her experience, and a lot of people dismissed her claims. But one thing about Keke Palmer was she went ahead and filed a lawsuit against Trey Songz as well. And again, she was bashed for that. She was mocked for that, and she was told that she was bringing the black man down, all because she spoke out about her truth regarding the incident that happened to her with Trey Songz. And the worst part about all of this, you guys, is that you have Trey Songz's mother on Instagram defending him against the claims that are being made against her son. And you have people that are upset about that because, once again, we have a mother who feels like her son can do no wrong. And this is the issue that we see a lot within the black community. We have mothers defending and protecting their sons against things that they are doing that are victimizing women.
No, I didn't know what was happening. He just did it. He just like was
Bitch, please stay who?
Trey Songz. I don't give a fuck. Fuck him. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
He wants
Wait.
me.
How did he surprise pee on you? What?
Okay, so I go to the bathroom. I go to the bathroom to wipe the nut off my face, like in between rounds. He follows me in there. He's like, get in the bathtub. I'm like, okay. So I do, and I'm like laying down. He's standing over me, like jacking off, and he's like, play with your pussy. I'm like, okay. So I do, and then he's like, play with your tits. So I do, and then he literally just peed on me like that, and I was like, what the fuck on my eyelashes? And he's like, you're fine, and I was like,
You're fine. How many rounds has Trey Songz gotten him?
oh, 5 million.
Really?
Yes. When I left, there was a pile of condoms on the ground. I was like, whoa, I don't even.
He
I
wore
was
a
fucked
condom
up.
every time?
Yeah.
Holy
Thank God.
shit, this
I
guy's
think-
got an invincible
Did you know
cock,
wild
huh?
how you told me?
Thank God. What?
I wish she wasn't as nervous, but I'm not gonna make her go out.
He already got mad at me for like talking about it, but I don't give a fuck.
Who cares, bitch?
Trey.
Just don't ever see him.
Terry?
No, Trey. But every bitch I know that has fucked him says the same shit. Like,
That he pees on him?
Yeah,
I think
and
his
he's psycho.
kid-
Like he took my phone and my purse away for like a whole day, held it over the balcony, was like, bitch, if you try and leave, I'm gonna drop this shit. I'm like,
But y'all didn't want to believe me. Okay.
And he's
he
just.
did the same thing to her. Like, he just does the same shit.
Yeah.
He's like, weird.
But so he keeps you in a hotel room for this long, and he's just fucking you like a million times?
Yeah, and I kept asking, like, when can I leave? What time is it? And he, like, just wouldn't answer. He would just fucking ignore me, and I'm like, okay. And then he was like, you can leave when I go, like, to my flight. And I was like, okay, when's that? Wouldn't tell me. I'm like, okay.
Due to this video going viral of Selena Powell and her friend Eliza exposing Trey Songz decided to take to his Twitter to defend himself by posting screenshots of private messages between Eliza and himself. And to be honest, you guys, if you want to pause this video, go ahead and pause the video. But to be completely honest, this does not dismiss any of the claims that have been made against him, and it doesn't prove his innocence at all. Honestly, the screenshots were a waste of time, and it was just information that we just didn't need to know. It was like a waste of time. So I'm not going to read those messages. If you want to pause the video so you can read his side of things and his side of the story, because that's just fair, you guys. But at the end of the day, it does not prove his innocence. Another thing that I find interesting is that, you know, timing is everything for me. And I find it interesting that Trey Songz releases a song titled Circles. And he is stating that he found inspiration to create this song because of black love. But he's not experiencing black love. He doesn't have a baby by a black woman. He's not out here dating black women. But he wanted to pander to black women. And the reason, and this is my opinion, you guys, I feel like because his back is up against the wall, because his career is at jeopardy here with all of these accusations and these legal manners, he wants to cater to the black woman because he needs to. He needs to. He wants to go back to his roots. We were the one that, you know, supported him in his career in the beginning. You know, we were the ones to lay out that foundation for him in his career. And so now that he's facing all of these legal issues with these exotics, all of a sudden now he wants to pander to us again. He wants, you know, to make songs about black love. But he's not experiencing it. How is it that you're making songs and you're creating, you know, content for your audience over black love, and you are not even out here living that life? It doesn't even make sense. It doesn't make sense at all. So he's definitely pandering, you guys, because of his legal battles. And that is my opinion. His back is up against the wall. And once again, he wants the black woman to put on her cape and save the day. And we need to stop doing that. You know, we have Megan Thee Stallion that just recently came out saying that finally, finally she's admitting that Tory Lanez was the one that shot her. Because she was sparing him and sparing him and sparing him. So we have got to stop defending men that we do not know on a personal level. Just because he didn't do it to you doesn't mean he didn't do it to the next woman, because every situation is different. So stop defending a man's behavior when you were not there to witness it. That's all that I have regarding this video, you guys. I would love your thoughts and opinions, so make sure you comment them down below. And if you are new here, please subscribe, hit that notification bell so that you are notified for when I upload. This is Real with Yanni, and I'll catch you guys in my next video.